My fiance's best friend confessed her love for him. I'm disinviting her.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I, 23 female, and my fiance Elijah, 28 male, are due to get married at the end of next month at our destination wedding. Ooh. Last night was my bachelorette party, and I invited my closest family and friends to come along with a few of my fiance's family and his friend Cammie, 27 female. By the way, this comes from The Royal Glow. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. For some backstory, I and my fiance met when I was 19 years old. Both of our fathers are business partners and have been friends since I was in high school. One night, his family invited mine over for a party being held at their home, and that was the first time we met. I was attracted to him, but I knew he was older, so I didn't believe I had a chance. As the night progressed, he was hanging outside in his backyard alone, smoking, and my sister dared me to go talk to him. So I did, and a year later, we began our relationship. My fiance and Cammie have been friends since they were kids, and their families are very close. She's always been extremely nice towards me and wanted to be best friends from the first time we met. I found it a bit odd, only because she barely knew me, but I didn't think much of it because she had been dating my fiance's best friend, Antonio, 28 male. We didn't become best friends because I already have a close friend group and I don't trust easily, but she's always been cool and never crossed any boundaries. Last summer, my fiance proposed to me on a trip to Belize. When the announcement was made, everyone sent their congratulatory praises to us, but Cammie. She sent a text the next day to my fiance only, not our friend group chat, saying she was happy for him. She was a bit standoffish to me since then, but again, I never paid attention really because I have my own friends and life. About 6 months ago, Antonio and Cammie broke up, but never really stated the reason why, just that they wanted to go back to being friends and be happy with other people. Fast forward to last night, my bachelorette was in a suite at a popular hotel here in Miami where I live, planned by my older sister and Eli's sister, Ava, 26 female. The night was amazing and I truly had the time of my life. We were all getting wasted and I decided to go to the bathroom. And when I got closer, I heard voices and whimpering like someone was crying. It was then I heard Cammie tell Ava that this should be her and that she doesn't understand why he would want to be with someone like me when it was always supposed to be them two together, that she always loved him. I sobered the heck up instantly. I might have to do a part 2, but guys, tell me, would I be the a-hole for disinviting her from my wedding when it's a month away? Relevant comment says, commenter 1 says, take a breath and think for a moment. Don't unilaterally decide not to invite her or you'll drive a wedge between you and your fiance. Talk to his sister first, confirm what you heard, see how she plays it off. Talk to your fiance, tell him what you overheard, and ask him to ask his sister to have confirmation. Then go from there. As a whole, not the a-hole. Commenter 2 says, not the a-hole, but you have to talk to your fiance. Tell him exactly what you heard. Make sure to emphasize that you didn't have any problem whatsoever with her or their friendship, but that now that you know that her feelings are not the same as a friend, then you need him to have boundaries with her, and you don't feel comfortable with her being at the wedding when all this time she didn't want to be a supportive friend, but instead the bride. Commenter 3 says, this is certainly an awkward and difficult situation. I think you should speak to your fiance about it and go from there. If she can't be an actual friend and supportive of you both, then she should remove herself from the situation if she's not over him or having issues of jealousy. Definitely not someone you want being a distraction at your wedding. Commenter 4 says, you need to talk to your fiance. Their friendship needs to end. Once it's out there like that, there is no coming back from this. The two of you need to be on the same page or hold off the wedding. Do not marry him if he won't end his friendship with someone who confessed to his sister that she's in love with him. Also, again, crazy that she confessed to his sister.
Right. Do you think the sister knew?
I don't know. They might be like besties. I think if someone confessed that they were in love with my brother, I'd like go to my brother. Immediately. I'd be like, hey, dude. There have been multiple people that like Sam knows who have told me things about him or like said things about him or something. And I'm like, why are you like talking to me about my brother? I'm obviously gonna tell him. She told her because she wants her to tell him and for him to choose her. That's not okay. He needs to be the one to uninvite her, not the a-hole. And there is an update 2 days later. Wow, thank you to everyone who has given me advice and reached out to me in my messages. You guys are amazing. Before I get into this update, at the Reddit hero. Count your freaking days. I was minding my business, scrolling down TikTok, and saw my story, lol. For some clarification, I referred to Cami as my fiance's best friend because I didn't know what else to call her. Maybe childhood friend, I don't know, but they have never went out of their way to call each other that. But that's how I see them. Now for the update. After I heard what was said, the old me started to revert back, and I almost caused a scene, but I knew with my siblings, cousins, and friends all being there, it would get out of control, and I still wanted to enjoy my night, but I did continue to listen. Some of you were wondering what Ava had to say about all this. After Ava was able to calm Cami down, she explained to her that this was not the time and place, and that Elijah would never forgive her if she ruined my bachelorette party. She also told her that she thinks that she should leave and get herself together. I was about to walk in now. At the same time they were walking out, I acted as if I didn't hear anything and asked if everything was okay. Cami just wiped her face, looked down, stating that she wasn't feeling well and that she might have to cut the night short. I honestly didn't fight her on it and even walked her butt to the door because the F? After she left, I pulled Ava to the side, telling her that I heard everything. She apologized that I heard it and said that she would reach out to Eli to handle it. Some of you also wanted to know why Cami said it should have been her. Did her and my ex have something going on before? I knew they hadn't, but needed to be sure. So I asked if they had ever been together or dated. In response, Ava said, not that she was aware of, only that their moms would always joke around when they were teens, saying they could finally be related once Eli and Cami got married. She said that never happened because Eli was never into her. Cami is a gorgeous girl, but my fiance does have a certain type, and it's not her, respectfully. I wanted to ask more questions, but I thought I'd wait until I spoke with my fiance for further answers. After that, I continued the party and even spoke with Eli quickly before bed. I posted on Reddit the next day after I got home before I did anything drastic. My fiance came home later that evening, and once he settled in and relaxed, I told him everything that happened. To say that he was irate is taking it lightly. He was absolutely furious. I asked if there was anything between them that I was never told about. I asked if they had ever been intimate and if she had ever confused her love for him before. He made it clear that there had never been anything but a friend's relationship in his eyes. He said that they had never had spicy sleep before, but did kiss once back in high school playing spin the bottle games. But it was in a group and everyone kissed multiple people, including Antonio. He said that she has never confessed her love for him and is confused because he's the only one that played a role in Antonio and her dating. He wanted to call her right then and there, but I told him to calm down first because being upset would only make things worse. I want to say that my fiance isn't mad that I heard it or is trying to hide anything. He's upset because he feels hurt and betrayed that she would do this to him. And at my party, when we were all there to support me, my fiance can get really protective of me at times. He doesn't like to hear anything negative. I did express to him that I feel uncomfortable with her going to our wedding now. I want people at our wedding who are genuinely happy and supportive of us. Tonight, he texted her saying that he needs to speak with her. She replied saying she'll let him know when she's home. So we'll see how tonight's conversation goes. He also invited Antonio over for dinner. Ooh, that's going to be an awkward conversation. Like, oh yeah, your ex-girlfriend left you for me. And we'll speak to him about what's going on because things feel off. A lot of you were also questioning hers and Antonio's relationship and if she used him to make Eli jealous. So we will all be present when the conversation does happen to see what she has to say for herself. Since Thanksgiving is in a few days, I will update you guys on how the conversation goes and if anything new comes to light. Just give me some time to get through this holiday. Also, I have a wedding dress fitting tomorrow and I'm so excited. I might make a collage and show you guys my reference photos. XOXO. And there are some comments. Scholar 1 says, whatever happens, don't let it happen. And just be careful that this friend situation hurts the most beautiful moment of your life. You and your fiance came from a long journey to get to this point. So enjoy and don't let her steal this from you. OP says, exactly. This is a happy moment for me and him. I will definitely enjoy. And there is an update. So now we're, a little bit like we got 15 days left before this wedding.
Oh my God, yeah.
Not a lot of time. Yeah, hopefully OP acted quickly.
I wonder if she was like showing up to this dinner with OP's fiance being like, oh my God, he's like totally gonna confess his love for me tonight.
Oh, wait, the friend?
Yeah, because I don't think he was like, we need to like talk tonight. He was just like,
hey,
can
we
you
need
come
to talk.
over?
That's a good point. She's not even thinking it. Which is crazy because she literally told his sister.
Right, but
Which
she
maybe
doesn't
she
know that
wanted-
OP overheard.
Yeah. But also I'm thinking maybe she wanted the sister to tell him.
Well, didn't she say, like, you have to tell your brother for me so that he can, like, or was she just like,
Oh, I thought that was OP. I thought she
Yeah.
was saying, I'll tell him.
Okay.
I thought the sister was saying to OP that she was like, oh, yeah, I'll tell him.
yeah,
But yeah, maybe she wants Ava to tell.
yeah.
The
So she could
brother.
think that just the sister told.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, now he's,
Oh my
he's
God.
coming to tell me that he's in love with me.
I'm actually getting married in 15 days.
Ooh, yeah, she's like, I'm going to take their wedding.
I'll just jump in there.
Yeah, it's kind of a Mamma Mia situation, except instead of an entirely different couple, it's just replacement person. Update 2. 13 days later. I'm pasting the edit from my previous update. My younger brother, 16 male, was in a car accident Thanksgiving night where he was injured. Thankfully, he's okay with just a sprained wrist and a concussion. The other driver passed away as he was speeding. This has been a lot to digest, but things seem to be calming down now. I will have an update for you guys by the morning. Bear with me, there's a lot to update you guys on, so it will be a brand new post. It's actually Monday evening now, but let's get into this long update. So that night, we ended up inviting Antonio over and basically told him everything that happened up to that point. He actually wasn't shocked at all by the news and stated that one of the main reasons why they broke up was because he felt like Cammy pulled away after hearing about the engagement. He never said anything because he didn't want to cause any issues between my fiance and me. My husband said she did become distant as well, but of course we have our own lives we've been planning for, so it honestly wasn't high on his priority list that would have made him address it then. Well, of course, now we know why, so we wanted to address it to her now. About 30 minutes later, Cammy texted Eli that she was home and would call once she was settled in. When she did call, before she could even say hello, my fiance started. He asked her why she thought it was okay to go to my bachelorette party and say that she loves him and that he should be with her instead of me. He asked her why she would ever think it's okay to also bring it up to his sister and get her involved. She was taken aback and asked what he was talking about, which pissed him off. He told her that I heard what she told Ava in the bathroom and that she was out of line to even suggest that they had ever been anything more than a family friendship. She said she couldn't help how she feels and that being at a bachelorette party made it real for her. And she just needed to get it off her chest and thought she could trust Ava. He asked her why. If all this time she had feelings for him, would she be with Antonio when he set them up? Cammy said she thought that things wouldn't get serious between them and thought eventually that he would come around. Said that she would give hints, but he would never reciprocate, which should have been a hint to her. He told her that although they've had a long friendship, this was something that he couldn't look past and that she is no longer invited to the wedding. He told her that he would assist her in any returns or refunds that she would need for any money spent so far. Cammy was upset and said that she didn't mean for me to hear what she said and that she was never going to make any problems for us. I mean, she already did. She already did. Saying it out loud to his sister made a problem. He said it didn't matter that we were only inviting people to the wedding that love and support our relationship and that her actions show that she didn't. Cammy then started talking crap about me, saying that I think that I'm all that and that I believe I'm better than her. Eli cut her off and said, I don't think that I'm all that. But if she believes that I'm better than her, then she should evaluate her own insecurities and work on that. He then hung up. Antonio and I were so shocked, all we could do was laugh. She clearly has always felt this way about me, but was faking it to my face. I don't even know why she would think those things about me, as she's older than me and more successful. I'm still beginning my career and not even where I want to be to even believe I'm better than anyone. I'm just living my life and going with the flow. After the phone call, we all just discussed what happened, ate, and then Antonio left. He really didn't have any feelings towards the issue because he's now seeing someone else and has moved on from the situation, stating that she needs help. The next day was the day before Thanksgiving, and since my family was hosting Thanksgiving dinner, Eli's parents had a small gathering at their home for their immediate family and friends. Me and my fiance were invited, including his sister, her husband, Cammy, and his family. I really didn't know what to expect when getting ready to go there because I knew it would be awkward seeing Cammy in person after the argument the night before. My fiance didn't say anything, but I could tell he was still upset about everything. When we got to the party, everyone was already pretty much there except a few people. Before we even sat down or spoke to everyone, Eli told his family that he had something to say. Cammy was sitting off to the side with her parents and brother, not wanting to engage. He began saying that since it's close to the wedding, he might as well announce to everyone that if they do not love and support us getting married, they would be permanently disinvited from the wedding. His mom asked where this was coming from, and everyone was nervously looking around. That's so funny. He told her apparently there are people in this house that have an issue with him being engaged and that those people won't be allowed to attend. I'm guessing Cammie had already told her parents what happened because then her mom started to speak. She said that she thought it was tasteless to disinvite her daughter to the wedding after how long they had been close. Eli responded saying that he thought it was tasteless for her daughter to go to his fiance's bachelorette party, saying that it should have been hers. Mic drop. At this point, everyone was shocked, including me, because I had no idea he was going to address it to his family. They started to argue back and forth, with Ava's dad getting involved. Eli was having none of it and said that none of them would be invited except for Cammie's brother, who wasn't agreeing with what his sister had done. Cammie's family ended up leaving shortly after the confrontation. Eli's mom was shocked and hurt about everything that happened, but supported us. She said she would speak with her friend and that she felt it was all inappropriate. I apologized to her and Eli's dad, saying that I hated that this happened and that it is causing a rift. She and Ava told me I have nothing to be sorry about and that they all were on our side. Cammie ended up sending both Eli and Ava very long, nasty messages about how they weren't loyal to her and that I was purposely causing a divide between the two because I wanted to punt her out of the family and sabotage their relationship. This woman is delusional. So my fiance just blocked her. She then texted me saying that me and Eli's relationship wouldn't last very long if I became jealous of every woman important in his life. I blocked her as well. I may be a lot of things, but jealous isn't one of them. I'm happy and very secure in my relationship. Honestly, seeing how far he's willing to go to make sure that my day is perfect, his words, not mine, just solidified to me more than ever that I'm marrying the right person. Thanksgiving was amazing and we had a good time with the family. Sadly, that night is when my brother got into his accident, so we had to deal with that. Everything is now starting to calm down and now me and my fiance can relax until next week. Then we leave for Palermo, Italy, where the wedding will be. I forgot they were having a destination wedding.
So that's what he paid her back for, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may update you guys in the future, but for now, this will be the final update. I'm willing to answer any other questions you guys may have for me in the comments. And there are some relevant comments. This seems like an overreaction given that Cammie was already distancing herself and never said anything. I think you and your fiance are full of yourselves. Dang. Like the speech was unnecessary. Telling others was unnecessary. Yes, you and your fiance escalated things and you talked like you should have beat her on or something when you eavesdropped on a private conversation. She admitted she was jealous and struggling. She didn't do anything to you. Anyways, you two drama queens, you and your fiance deserve each other. Weirdos. There's more to the story that I left out. I didn't go into detail on what she put in the long messages she sent to my fiance and his sister, but this is not an overreaction. This girl has been smiling in my face, acting like my friend, wanting to be best friends, knowing the whole time she had feelings for my fiance. Yes, maybe my fiance could have handled it a little better. I've already spoken to him about it, but he won't apologize for what he said. He meant every last word. I 100% back my fiance and how he chose to handle her and her parents. I don't want anyone around me who's secretly jealous of me. Those people are dangerous and cannot be trusted. I may be young, but I have sisters and close friends around me who I trust and have been in my life for over 10 years. I don't need, nor do I want, fake love and support. Celebrating with me on my wedding day. I didn't center myself at all. I didn't know how my fiance was going to take the news. Yeah, I don't think OP knew that the fiance was going to call them out at Thanksgiving. I think she was pretty surprised as well. He's normally the calm and thoughtful one. I think he really just felt blindsided and thought I would leave him, so he just wanted to set things straight before any other problems. The wedding is slowly approaching. We're both just super anxious and just trying to take in as many happy moments that we can. Bottom of form. Commenter 2 says, yes, she always gave me pick-me vibes. She always hung out with just guys. Her only real girlfriend was Ava. It always felt like she was trying too hard when she came around all the girls. Commenter 3 says, judging by Cammie's mother's first reaction, being to blame your fiance for the disinvitation, it's not hard to find the source of Cammie's behavior. Those two probably have the same thought process too. I would advise security for your wedding just to avoid some further avoidable drama. Never think too high of some people. Also glad that your brother is okay. Like the other had said, keep an eye on him because no one knows when the trauma will surface. And there is a final update. Addressing the comments, I'm here to clear some things up. My fiance did not address the issue at Thanksgiving dinner the night before Thanksgiving. His parents had a small get-together at their home that included me, my fiance, Ava, Ava's husbands, Cammie's brother, and parents. There was also another couple that was on the way who are friends of my in-laws. When we arrived, the couple hadn't arrived yet, so the confrontation did not happen in front of them, only our two families. I already spoke with my husband regarding his actions that night and told him I felt like things could have been handled a lot more privately. Once he was able to calm down about the whole situation, he also agreed. I just wanted to say that this is not something that my fiance does all the time. He's sweet, kind, caring, and loving. So seeing people call him aggressive for standing up for me is baffling. This morning, I expressed to my fiance that I think that he should apologize. He called Cammie this morning, telling her that although he does not regret anything he said, he could have handled the situation maturely. The conversation went absolutely nowhere because all she was trying to do was get him to change his mind, telling him that it's not too late to cancel the wedding. She took that as him being like, I'm in love with you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm over it, guys. It's starting to drain me and my happiness. Ava has also apologized to Cammie and also expressed to her that she had no idea she was going to be put on blast at dinner. I don't know and do not care what happens with their friendship from there. I won't be going out of my way to be involved. Disrespectfully, for those of you who believe that I'm the mean girl and that I like drama, kindly kiss my butt. Someone in the comments told me I won and that I got the man. WTF is this? Are you truly okay? My fiance isn't the prize. I will never fight over a man and go out of my way to be mean to another woman over a man. I actually liked Cammie, which is why she was even invited to my bachelorette party. No, we weren't super close. No, she wasn't a bridesmaid, but she was cool enough to celebrate with me. She always wanted to be the center when it came to the boys or getting attention. Not me. Before this, there hasn't really been any drama. Drama actually causes me high anxiety and it sprinkles to depression. But you know what I do enjoy? You guys listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. In case some of you didn't realize, everyone's names is changed for the sake of concealing our identities. Thank you guys for all the love and supportive messages to my little brother. He's doing okay, and he's being watched carefully as we are aware that some injuries can show up after the accident. For my mental health, I think this will be my last update. I thought I would update you guys for the wedding, but these mean comments take away that fun. I truly appreciate everyone who has left kind messages for me. You guys have truly put a smile on my face. And that is the end of that story. My girlfriend discovered my savings. Now she wants to be a stay-at-home mom.
How much are you making?
A bit of background, my girlfriend and I are 30 and 31 respectively. We have been dating for about a year. I work as a high-level engineer at a good firm, and my girlfriend works as a payroll specialist at a good firm too. I make significantly more than her 3 times. By the way, this comes from Throwaway Trophy Girlfriend, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. Things were good in our relationship until I showed her my retirement and savings. She now doesn't see the point of working and has started framing our relationship in that she is the beautiful one and I'm the nerdy engineer that was lucky to have her. Before, when we met, she was all about making it her own way, eventually starting her own company with her sister and sourcing and recruiting. But now she jokes about driving a Range Rover and wearing Lululemon and going to yoga. We were having a discussion again about this trophy wife stuff. She brought up that I was nerdy back in the day while she was very popular. I told her she's not a trophy wife, that yes, she's attractive, but it's not a huge difference between us. I told her had it been the case that I met her when she was 22 and I was my current age, then sure, but she isn't 22 anymore. After I said that, she just started crying like crazy. She started saying that I think of her as ugly and used up, that her best years are behind her. She just told me that if I'm not happy to be with her, why am I even here? To stop wasting her time. I tried to talk to her, but she was in no state for a conversation. I don't know what to say, guys. For me, I just wanted to say that I think we're similar in attractiveness. Like, I don't think anyone when they see us turns their head and is like, oh, she's with him because of the money. Or dang, he's so lucky to be with her. I think it's mutual. She was the one that, if anything, went after my attractiveness first. What should I do? I like the fact that we both work and I don't want to change that dynamic. And I don't want her to think too that she is above me, that I'm so lucky to have her. I want her to think of us as equals, and in my attempt to do that, I hurt her feelings. What's the next move? Top comment says this seems to be a very textbook case of psychological projection. Because of your discrepancy in salary, she likely feels she is worth less than you. She likely feels like her best years are behind her, seeing as you took off and are only going up. Her poking around about her being a trophy wife is seeking validation that she is not worthless and that you still value her, and her financial contributions are nothing to be ashamed of. I don't think she's a gold digger. I think she's taking some hits on her self-esteem, though no fault of your or her own. I think some counseling would go a long way here. Edit, thank you all for your awards and replies. I appreciate the recognition. There is a lot to unpack for both the OP and his girlfriend in this situation, but the point is that is worth unpacking. Cheers. D-Bomb18 says, I think that the trophy wife nonsense started when she found out how inadequate her money is compared to yours. She was/is ambitious. She wanted success and was confident in her achievements. When she found out that your income created something that she wanted to accomplish, but is now realizing that she may never get that type of money or success, I think it sent her into a midlife crisis. Her new perspective demonstrates her desire to be the best at something. The trophy wife you kind of described above is a new visual successful image to her. She has money, is beautiful, can wear the name brand clothes, does yoga, and has a husband who appreciates her for her looks because she is popular. These examples show that she wants to be appreciated and successful in some aspect of her life. I think she's going the superficial route because she feels like she hasn't achieved the success she wanted at her age. She isn't as financially successful as you. Her job is probably peaked in salary and she needs to feel needed, appreciated, and better than you in some way. 3 days later, a couple things I want to add to the people that said my girlfriend was a gold digger. She has really climbed her own way from university to where she is now and has a good work ethic. Like, this is not just someone that their whole life. Also, to the people that said my girlfriend lost motivation after seeing my wealth, she has dated guys that made more than me. Overall, I wanted my girlfriend to feel special, like she's the most beautiful woman in the world, but I don't like that she is above me, that she is on a pedestal, and that I am this inferior engineer. We had a discussion and things honestly just got worse. I tried to talk to her, but she was just bringing up the worst things I said to her without any of the context of her basically calling me ugly. Also, she brought up too that my dad was awkward as heck. Dang, now we're bringing them parents into the conversation?
What?
She's like, also, you're ugly and your dad's awkward. She brings up my comments about me saying that she would be a trophy wife at 22, but not at 30. She goes on to say that all the engineers she's met have a chip on their shoulder for not getting laid when they were in college. And she goes on to start saying that the bitterness is coming out, thinking that they're entitled to a hot young girlfriend because they couldn't date them in college. And that is why I made that comment, trying to tear her down. Oh, and so he was like, yeah, maybe if you were 22, that makes a little bit more sense.
Earlier.
Yeah.
It was like, back when you were 22, you were hot.
Well,
but
I think maybe what he was trying to say is like, you were a hot young girlfriend. Maybe if you were 22, but you're the same age as me. So it does, you can't.
He was saying
like,
you're not a younger girlfriend.
Exactly.
It
and she was like,
wrong.
yeah, she was here and I'm not hot. I just got frustrated. So I was like, yeah, I agree. I was never able to get the hot girl in college. And even with all the money I make, still can't get them now. So unfortunately, I have to go secondhand and with a couple of wrinkles. Again, this just set things off where she called me a misogynist for calling her secondhand. Not wrong. Said that I treated her like a used car and pretty sure when she tells her friends about her fight, that's what she'll tell them. I don't know what to say. It was just ridiculous. Like, she started this whole thing that I can't get the girls I supposedly really want. Like, she's the one making this whole dating thing into have and have nots. So if you want that analogy, I'll play that analogy too. I just agreed with it. And now I'm the bad guy? I don't know what to do. She will say 10 bad things about me, that I was ugly, that I'm lucky to be with her. But when I respond, she blows up and storms out. I don't know what the heck to do. Like, we had fights before, but this just seems to be impossible. We had decent communication before, but now it's trash. I don't know what to do. Like, I am more than open to talk without putting each other down, but she really wants me to be in subservient position. I don't know, maybe in her past relationships she had that power over guys where they were like, OMG, I'm dating someone so attractive, but I'm not okay with that. I don't know what she wants at this point. It seems like she's looking for a reason to break up. I know some people are saying break up, but I really was hoping to settle down soon. I hate the idea of starting from scratch all over again and dating. Like, we had so many amazing times together and a good idea of the future. Dude is in the cost sunk fallacy.
Just prove her wrong. Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't get any of the hot girls now?
Get a hot girl. Leave her. I was excited. Someone beautiful and ambitious and I got along with well. Now this, 2 months ago, we were talking about rings. How many people we would have at our wedding. Whether we will send our kids to private school or not. By the way, you can send your kids over to listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Please send me your analysis of the situation. Here it is. Break up with her. If there is something from the female perspective I don't understand, please tell me. She doesn't like you. I don't want to let this go without putting in my all, but I'm not going to be in a subservient position. What should I do? How can I handle this properly? And Deleted says, yeah, this relationship is over. There's no bouncing back from this. Katie CXX says, unfortunately, I have to go secondhand. Has yikes stamped on it in 104-point font, man. And that's the end of that stories, folks.
Yikes. The more he really like doubled down on being like, and she's really not that great.
Yeah.
Like, I was starting to be like, whoa.
No, that's the thing. He doesn't like her either.
Right.
Like that he's an active participant in how unhealthy this relationship is.
She started the whole thing, but he's kind of like really like.
He's like, oh, you're going to hit me? I'm going to hit you 2 more times. It's like, no, this is not a boxing match.
The engineer brain being like, I really would like a detailed analysis.
Yes. Yeah. Can you send that over to me, please?
Everything I did wrong.
It's pretty easy, man. But that's the end of that story and the end of this episode.